I'm actually really excited for today's video because I've finally done something that I've been trying to do for a really long time, and that is set aside a good amount of time. I have pretty much all day today. It's just after 9 a.m. right now, and the focus for today is just going to be to clean and organize and get my workspace into a better condition so I can come out here and shoot videos and not feel like I'm having to wade through a mess of clutter every time I do it. So this will serve sort of as a before shot for my garage set out here, but honestly, every time I've come out here and tried to work on this, I've done it with like, oh, I've got 2 or 3 hours to work, and it's just seemed so overwhelming because honestly, I need to overhaul all of this. This side over here is largely dedicated to storage. I've got a bunch of boxes and stuff like that up there, but it has overflowed into areas like down here. And then my desk area over here is just covered with parts and remnants of old projects and stuff like that. So in order to contain things, I'm going to be focusing on this area over here, and I guess, yes, I'm doing another video on cleaning my desk.
Excellent!
So just to give myself sort of a loose array of goals to hit, I have these upper shelves up here, which are packed with stuff. Some of it's kind of older, like, oh look, like up here I have old optical drives and like old CDs and DVDs and stuff like that probably aren't even still functional anymore. Lots of boxes on the floor, so my plan is to just get this desk pretty much cleared off all of the shelves. I'm just gonna move stuff somewhere else so I can clean and then put back just the stuff I want to be there in a nice clean area and get things a little bit more tidy. Gonna set up OBS on the stream and capture system over there to capture some stuff, and then I've got my GoPro here so I can do some time lapsing as well. Before we get into any of that though, look, I have a couple packages arrived that will hopefully help me with this project. Let's see what's in there. Item number 1 is these trays right here. They come in a set of 2. These are just Amazon orders, by the way, and I'll put links to these in the video description if anyone's interested. These are memory trays, because I have lots of random memory sitting around, and whereas my storage solution, which is just to pile them up here, or I have this memory drawer right here that just has a bunch of it sort of arrayed in there. Yeah, just memory trays that can sort of more efficiently store a bunch of memory, slotting them in like that, and this will be good for memory storage. And then I got 2 sets of these drawers. I've actually been wanting to build some wide flat drawers that I might set up in my closet over there, because the closet also needs a lot more cleaning and organization. But for the time being, I just got these little plastic 3-drawer sets with little, you know, additional storage on top, and I got these because they're about the right depth that I can stick them on the shelf up here. So once I clear some of this stuff off, I can have some drawers over here and keep things, again, just a little bit more tidy and organized. I'm sure that's gonna make this project just really easy and fly by, of course. So I'm gonna set up some cameras and get to work. It's now almost noon, and I've spent a good amount of time clearing this area right here. Doesn't it look great and nice and clean? The rest is still quite messy, but I've decided to you know, I can separate it into quadrants, right? I've got quadrant A, B, and then the lower area C and D here. So I got this area clean up here so I can start actually storing stuff up there and moving stuff back as I tidy things up. But yeah, still lots of work to do. I'm gonna break for lunch real quick though. Alright, so end of day 1, and unfortunately I did have to take a break after lunch to post a video, so that took a little bit of time away, but I got a lot of work done on this shelf, and this shelf, and this shelf. Of course, there's lots more boxes down here, boxes over here. I need to do a lot of sorting of stuff, and gonna have to handle the 1000D tomorrow. Quite happy with this area up here though. I think it looks a lot nicer, and with all these drawers here, I have things stored away a bit better than they used to be. Resetting a few of my little decorative things here and there, and I did want to point out that these memory trays, they're working out okay, but unfortunately they're not that great for taller memory, so these are kind of hovering on top. I was able to kind of line up a few there so I could stack a couple on top of each other. And I just have way too much memory because that's all memory too, but that's okay. The good news is that tomorrow, as I continue this project, I get a little help because Joe's coming over. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Ow. All right, so it's day 2 now. My focus for today, since I spent all of yesterday on this area here, which was largely concerned with some of the smaller things, memory and SSDs and CPUs, that kind of thing. Today I'm working on this side, and other than the 1000D, which still has my FreeNAS in the bottom, which I need to transplant. I might not get to that today. We might just relocate it. I have lots of boxes. So some of these are retail boxes that still have products inside. Actually, most of them are. So I'm gonna need to make some piles to sort some stuff, and figure out what stuff I'm keeping and what stuff I'm gonna find new homes for. Hero is here to supervise as always. And then just a bit more of the, you know, somewhat decorative, somewhat storage stuff to take care of on the top as well. And as promised, I have help today. I have help from Joe. He's very helpful.
Are you expecting me to say something?
No, I just figured if I pointed the camera at you awkwardly, eventually. All right, let's get to work. Trying to put graphics cards back in the retail boxes wherever possible. This is a Zotac 2080 Super. Very strange, because I'm positive this is the right box for it. It's the right model number, it's the 2080 Super Zotac Amp Gaming, and for some reason, I'm trying to stick it back in the box and it's like it's an inch too wide. I don't know. It must have been the way it came. So we improvise. Oh look, fits perfectly now. Pulled down my collection of graphics cards from the shelf up there, and first off, I know I have a lot of graphics cards, but every once in a while people are like, what is with all these GPUs up on that shelf just being wasted? And I want to point out that most of these aren't functional anymore, and a lot of them are too old to even be useful. Like I've got at least 4 of these are GTX 460s. This is a nostalgia item. These are the original GTX 980s that were in the original Arctic Panther build. So those I'm keeping forever, probably just in this form. Just trying to clean these off a little bit though, and when you know that the card is dead already, kind of makes it a little bit easier. You can go like this. So before I show you guys the impressive finished product with the desk that's been cleared off, I want to out myself and point out that a bunch of the stuff has just been repositioned out here into the living room. But don't worry, there's an ongoing project that will be organizing these. And honestly, a lot of this stuff is empty boxes, empty temporary boxes. But let's check out the desk. And here it is. Isn't it glorious and beautiful and relatively much cleaner and much more organized? So I was focusing on cleaning because, like I said, I really wanted to get this area back to a functional state where I could use it and not feel like it was just, you know, pretty much trash the whole time. So I haven't made many significant changes to the layout or what I actually have. A lot of the stuff that I had up for decorations is still there. But in particular, these 2 shelves up here and off to the left is much better organized with drawers and stuff, so I know where things are and I can access it. Hero's napping on the floor right now, which is probably why you can hear him snoring. Just getting back under everything and cleaning out and getting rid of a lot of those spider webs was also very important because, you know, you should have a nice clean workspace, whether you're talking about what's underneath or what's up above. Also, I have way too many of these flight boxes now. I should apparently go on some trips so I can make use of those, but don't worry, we'll figure that out later. Speaking of figuring things out later, what I'm trying to figure out as I proceed with this project, because I do have more videos coming on Garage Worklog or whatever you want to call this out here. But what it really boils down to for me is just having good storage for stuff that I need storage for. And I actually had things set up out here, I'd say reasonably well, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but I have more stuff now. I have more different types of projects that I work on. I'd say water cooling is one of the things that I really haven't established a good area for storage and organization for all the water cooling stuff. So for some of the longer term storage area back here, there's still a lot of work to be done, so I will be coming back to that and doing more work on it sometime soon in the future. But if I can leave you guys with some closing words, some words of encouragement, this is a huge project that's going to involve lots of stages. And like I said, every time I was coming out here to work on it, when I only had maybe 2 or 3 hours to work with, I was like, there's too much and I can't pick out one thing and figure out where to start. I decided the best starting point was to focus on getting the desk area clean here. I'm really happy with the progress there. So if you're in the same situation, just remember, take a small part of the whole and focus on getting that done first, and then you can move on to the next steps in whatever project you're trying to complete too. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Big thank you to Joe for stopping by and helping out today, as well as editing this video, which I'm sure he's gonna do a great job on. More content coming your way really soon, so subscribe and all that good stuff if you're not already. We'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Later.